Now let's talk about Windows, not the operating system, but the interface elements that are at the heart of every graphical user interface. What we're doing now is looking at a window in the text edit application. It's an application that comes with Mac OS X. And there are several things that you should notice about this window. One, you can't see. At the moment, I'm typing on the keyboard and nothing is happening in the window. And that's because this window is inactive. I can tell that it's inactive for several reasons. First of all, the menu bar is slightly dimmed. If I click on the menu bar, you will notice that it changes, as it does here. There's some color up here. And also, if you watch the menu bar up here, I just clicked in the background and I'm in Finder. When I click here, watch the menu bar and you'll see that the menus are now the menus for the application in which the active window is running. Now, I can create another window. I went up to the File menu and chose New, and I created a new document, and it appears in a new window. Only one of these windows can be active at a time. I'm still within Text Edit as I switch back and forth, so the menu bar doesn't change, but only one window is active. Now, if I type, what I have typed goes to the active window. So far, so good. I can move windows around by dragging the title bar. I can also, in many cases, resize a window using the size box in the lower right-hand corner, like this. I can resize and reshape the window subject to constraints that the application may have set for it. Up here, I have buttons that are present in most windows. They let me close a window, minimize the window, or zoom the window. Now here, if I make this window active, you'll see I can close the window by clicking there. If I create another window here, I'll come back and make this window active. Even though this window behind is inactive, the buttons appear when the mouse is over them, and this is the one thing I can do to an inactive window. I can still use these buttons to close it, or minimize it, or zoom it. Now let's take a look at what closing you've seen. It's quite simple. To minimize a window, what I'm going to do here is minimize this window and watch the dock. It's going to go down into the dock. And there it is. If I want to reopen it, I just click once and it's restored to where it was. Now if I click the close box here, notice there's a dot inside it. If I click close, I'm warned that there are some changes that need to be saved. What just happened here, I'll cancel the attempt to close the window and watch. This is a sheet that comes down. It appears to scroll down from the title bar. If the window is not wide enough, the sheet expands beyond the boundary of the window. If I cancel this, I have canceled the command, the attempt to close the window. If I click Save, I will get a dialog that prompts me to save the file. And if I say Don't Save, what will happen is the changes are discarded and the window will be closed. Cancel cancels the Close command. There's a difference between these two. Don't Save says, yes, go ahead, don't save, and close the window. Now, I have another window back here. It's Preview. And what I'm going to do is show you a little bit of how zooming works, because that's an interesting feature and very, very useful. What we're looking at here is some water. If I zoom the window, I will go to a size. I will toggle between an application determined size and the size that I last set the window at. Each application can implement this in a different way, but that's normally what the behavior is. So if I zoom it again, I will go back to the size that I had created. If I zoom it here, what Preview will do is attempt to make the image the size of the entire image based on the sizes of the screen that we can deal with. If the content of a window is not fully visible, I usually have scroll bars. I may have a horizontal scroll bar down here and a vertical scroll bar here. And as I resize the window, let me move it up here, one or both scroll bars may disappear. Notice that the window is now wide enough that I no longer need a horizontal scroll bar. Watch it pops back into place as soon as the window is narrower than the picture. If I come here and make the window tall enough, and I have to move it a bit to do that, I'll lose the vertical scroll bar. Either or both scroll bars will come back when I need them.